Welcome back to another episode of A-Boz Talks, episode 2. Today I want to talk about hate speech and cancel culture kind of all in a whole. In my opinion on it and how I think it's absolutely pathetic and just stupid, flat out dumb, and how it contradicts what the Constitution says and, your First Amendment right and everything. So, hate speech. Hate speech is defined as anything, speaking about anyone or anything that would kind of dehumanize or degrade somebody. Like say you said something about a gay person or a black person or even a white person in a negative way. Like, oh, that white person over there, that cracker, oh my gosh, disgusting, That would be considered hateful because, you're degrading another race or even sex or anything like that. So the reason why I have a problem with hate speech is because hate speech is free speech. I hate to say it, but hate speech is free speech. If you want to be a racist, you can be a racist. It's America. And not even speaking in American terms, I'm saying this should be a thing that we can all accept, I mean, there are people out there that freely are racist, that are freely homophobic and everything. And you have every right to be. I don't like saying it because I don't think that it's, it's not right to be racist. It's not right to be homophobic or whatever. But you have every right. If you're threatening, I mean, obviously there's a point because in the First Amendment you can't threaten to kill somebody or hurt somebody. That's not considered free speech. That's just straight out violence. But when I talk about free speech and hate speech, you have every right. I'm going to keep saying that you have every right to be a racist dirtbag. You have every right to be a sexist dirtbag. You have every right to be a homophobic dirtbag. You have every right to be completely against that too. You have every right to be racist against white or whatever, or against straight people. You have every right. You'll come across as ignorant and stupid because you're lacking empathy for that human being. You're not seeing things through their eyes, not through their shoes. You're not trying to think about how would they feel if I were in this situation. Obviously, you're going to come across like a jerk. But in my opinion, you have every right. You have every right to be a dirtbag. But does that make me a dirtbag? No. Because I wouldn't say I'm racist, sexist, or anything. I just don't care. That's kind of where I'm at. It's America. And you have every right to do what you want. So, it doesn't, obviously, if you're not endangering yourself or others. But, hate speech is flat out stupid. Hate speech is the most idiotic thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. I've had debates with people on hate speech. And, I think I might have said something, I made a joke or something, and I got called out for being hateful. That's hate speech. Well, what are you going to do about it? I can say that. I have every right to speak my mind. I have every right to make a joke. I have every right to do that. You're not going to sit there and tell me that I can't, because that is a violation of my rights. This isn't Nazi Germany. This isn't Soviet Russia. There's no thought police. This isn't George Orwell's 1984. There is none of that here. And it seems to me like a lot of these people, these postmodernists and these leftists, and these so-called communists want to make that a thing in this country. Like I said in my first video, I would identify as pretty socially liberal. But when you are coming at my freedom, okay, when you are coming at what I'm going to say, when you're coming at my ability to express myself, and you're going to say, since I'm a white, straight male, that I can't say certain things or do certain things, it's ironic because you're kind of being hateful yourself. You're kind of throwing out hate speech. And like I said, you're just going to come off like an arrogant douche. an idiot. But when you say that I can't speak my mind because of my skin color, that's pretty racist. That's pretty ridiculous to me. And to be completely honest, I don't think that racism is a thing. I don't mean it like that. Racism is a complete thing. People are extremely ignorant and extremely pathetic. And I'm ignorant. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm no godsend. I'm no genius. But I'm not an idiot. Okay? And to put yourself in someone else's shoes is to try to understand that person to the best of your ability. But you'll never understand that person to the best of your ability because you're not that person. Okay? I'm never going to be a black man. Okay? I'm never going to know that kind of lifestyle. I'm not going to know the mentality of a black person or an Asian person or a Hispanic or whatever. I'm not going to know the way they feel. And obviously not every single not every single person of another race, I don't even like using the word race. I think race is stupid. Because I think at the end of the day, we're all humans. And I think that all these identity politics and the way we kind of use politics to identify who we are is just ridiculous. I'm gay, so I have to be a Democrat. I'm a straight white man, so I have to be a Republican. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why do you have to be defined by something that's not, why do you have to be defined by who you are? Why does that have to say, why do you have to put who you are towards something? Why can't you just be you and be whatever? Why can't you vote the way you want to vote? Because you like the person, you like the candidate, because you agree with what they have to say. Why does your identity have to make you something? Right? You have to be a specific thing because your identity says that you are that. And now I know I'm kind of rambling and going on about a lot of things, but I guess the main point of my video today is to talk about hate speech and how I think it's completely idiotic, and identity politics, how I also think that it's completely idiotic. Because your identity has nothing to do with your politics. It's what you believe in, and how a two-party system in America what would you align with? If you're pro-choice, you're probably going to vote Democrat. But that doesn't mean you're going to vote Democrat. You're probably going to, because that party aligns with pro-choice. If you're a Republican and you're pro-life, if you're a pro-life, you're probably going to vote Republican. Because that's what the Republican Party does. They're more pro-life. And, a lot of people argue against the two-party system, and it's like, I kind of can see where it is, but how would we break that? How would we can't really become one party. When this country was formed and, we had George Washington presidency, it was just bound to split because some of our founding fathers, the Hamiltonians and Jeffersonians, they didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, so that created a rift. But that's just how it is, because you can't agree on everything. You got to agree to disagree sometimes. But you got to think objectively about a lot of things. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes and think about something before you make assumptions, before you just automatically assume things. Just get perspective. Gain perspective. Because identity politics are ridiculous. And hate speech is absolutely absurd. Don't be hateful. But you can say it. You can be. You have every right. But why do it? You're just a jerk if you do it. All right. That's a wrap for today. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Abod's Talks. I'll see you in the next one.